Hi everyone. So in this video I will be resuming stuffing this back pillow for my mom for her birthday. Yes, it's Christmas themed. Her birthday's in August. She loves Christmas. So I figured this pattern, she's not gonna mind. So I'm gonna stuff this, and I have this bag of stuffing, which is from this bigger bag of stuffing from Walmart, which is hyperallergenic stuffing, so that's nice. So this is what it is. That stuffing bag was at the top, but because it was vacuum sealed and I've broken that seal, it's probably not gonna easily return into this bag here. But that is the stuffing I'm using. So I'm just putting that off to the side since I only need one bag. I think that comes with 4 bags of this size vacuum packed into there. So this current one I have, it's stuffed with fabric scraps and leftover like used dryer sheets and a little bit of regular stuffing like this, but I only had a little bit left. I didn't have enough to finish the pillow. So, and there are other size bags of stuffing you can get at that store. I chose the biggest size because I use a lot of it, and I like to make my plushie things, I like to overstuff them so that they don't seem like they deflate right away, you know? And this is going to be a back pillow. So like for the couch, to be like a back pillow like that. So, and I also got the fabric that I used for this from Walmart as well. So, not that this is sponsored. It's not. So, got that. Alright. I always make this too small. This spot where I left open to stuff it, I always have a tendency to make it too small because I don't want to, you know, spend too much time sewing it later. So, oh man, this is a hand workout. And I don't want to seam rip, so I'm not going to bother. I know I could easily just seam rip and, you know, problem solved. It wouldn't be like this, but yeah. But I don't want to seam rip, so that's where I'm at right now. And I forget how to do the invisible stitch, so you will be able to see the stitch at the end, what it looks like all together. So, all right. I guess this is kind of a boring video to watch. So, hope you don't find it boring. I'll do a little bit more and then come back to show you what the end result looks like, because it's all the same. It's very repetitive. Okay. This is just one of those, like, you know how when you go to Walmart you can get like a package of 4 different patterned fabrics kind of thing, all wrapped up with a little ribbon? Yeah, that's one of these. That's what it is. And that's the full pattern. I didn't cut anything out of it. No, I just took it and folded it in half essentially. So that is how I did that. So over here is more the of the used dryer sheets section. Like the middle is a little bit of these fabric scraps and plush toy stuffing, till this is just all plush toy stuffing. So, and I forgot how heavy that bag of stuffing is. You know, you wouldn't think a bag of plush toy stuffing would be that heavy, but compact and as much of it as it was quite heavy. Or heavier than I expected. Not like heavy, just heavier than I expected it to be. So. I also got a little bit of a sunburn recently, so it's like, it's not so bad on my face anymore, but my nose got it the worst, so, like most people, you know, the nose gets it the worst, so, that's still dying down. That's why my nose is, like, I've got Rudolph nose right now, so, because I went to a baseball game recently, so I got burnt there. And I was putting on sunscreen regularly as the thing instructed you to do, so it would have been a lot worse had I not put any sunscreen on that day, but, and it was also pretty cloudy. So, heck, it rained when we got there. Like, I mean, not pouring, but like sprinkling, but yeah. Anyway, so here I am doing this. Alright, so you get the point. I still have a little more to do here, so do I want to record that? I don't know. Okay, I guess yes, it's upside down. Alright, now it's the right side there for you. So that's what it's gonna look like. I think that's a pretty decent size, like, back pillow. I feel like this could also work for, like, in the past we called them, like, magic bags, but, like, they're, those, cases that have, like, rice in them that you can heat up for, like, muscle aches. I feel like this could work, too, for that, like, for muscle aches, like, across the belly or something, you know? That could also work. I think that would be a good size for those kinds of, like, muscle ache pains and stuff. So I might do that next, but I don't have the rice to put in it yet, so, you know. And I would get, like, dollar store rice, you know, because you're not eating it, so. But anyway. Because that was the last time I made, like, those, like, heat packs that you use for muscle aches. I used, like, socks that were going to get thrown in the trash for that at the time, so, and some of them the rice fell out, so I guess I didn't sew it up correctly, but that's another idea I have for the fabric I got in this set, because I got a set of 4 different Christmas themed fabrics for this when I got that, so that might be next. Might make one and set it aside to fill it with rice. Like I have, where is it? And my cat really likes it, ironically. I have one of those those things. I'll pause and find it. Like, I'm thinking of doing something like this with the next piece of fabric from that set kind of thing. And so I'll warm this up during that time of the month. And sometimes when I've put it off to the side, because I want to go heat it up again, my cat has found it and likes to sit on it, because cats like warmth. So it's just ironic that it is a cat. Yeah. Also, there's like felt patches on it, and animals like felt, so, but yeah. I'm thinking of doing something like that next with that fabric. I think that would work very well for that. But anyway, back to reason you clicked on this video if you clicked on this video. I know my table's a mess right now. Just don't judge it. I gotta find a place to put everything right now, so. Now I usually keep my stuffing like this with my, I have this big foam square thing that I think is supposed to be for like inside like a throw pillow or something. But I'm like, this is just a large like needle felting mat. It's not built for that, but it works for needle felting. So I keep my stuffing and that in the same bag usually. So if you've seen it, I used it to make my extra large coffee cozy, which didn't end up working out very well. It was one of my fails. So come on, work with me. Why do I make it hard on myself? Oh my goodness. I fully know that I should make this hole bigger when I sew it, yet I always somehow make it like just enough that only a couple of my fingers can fit into it, kind of thing. So, alright. Why do I always do this to myself? You'd think I'd know better. I want this to have as much as I can. Because since it'll be a back pillow, it'll be squished a lot. So I find that with some of my previous plushies that were like pillows, it seems to have like deflated. I don't know how else to describe it, and I don't know what's happened there, but it's like the stuffing deflated and the pillow is not as puffy anymore. So, and it's not like it was just a regular pillow that I sewed up, so I can't just, the only way to restuff it would be to seam rip it. So that's why I try and make these as firm as possible. Love you, thank you.
Love you too.
Alright. So I'll update you when it's done. It's already 13 minutes, so I'll update you when this is done. Hi, I'm back. So, finally have stuffed the entire thing. As you can see, all that's left is to sew up the space so that the stuffing doesn't fall out. So, I've got this needle is technically for like cross stitching, but my normal needle for sewing like this didn't fit this string. I didn't want to, you know, grab new string because this is extra from my previous project I was doing. So, all right. So now I'm going to, now I know there is an invisible stitch, but I'm not too skilled in doing it. So you're gonna see the seam that I sew through here, and I'm sewing and everything. So, oh well, I'm not looking to win any competitions with my sewing. Alright. Now, I'm just doing the, I'm going to do 2 stitches to close this up. This, I believe, is a straight stitch, if I remember correctly. Alright. Let's get rid of that. then I'll do the one that like goes over top. So where is the thread now? Oh, it's here. Okay, so we'll go like this. And I'm trying to sew down the extra piece of string after the knot here, which is what I'm currently doing. So all right, hopefully I did this right. Okay. Right. It probably took me about 40-ish minutes to stuff this. So, or to finish stuffing it, not total, but to finish stuffing it in between the video, between the last video and this one. So yes, I got sunburnt recently, so my nose is a bit redder than the rest of my face. And my Fitbit's charging right now, so you can see my tan lines from my Fitbit. So there's that. And now that I've done this stitch here, okay, so that's what the other side looks like, because I've been working on this side here. I'm going to go, not exactly sure what stitch it's called, but we're going around just to make sure the stuffing doesn't come out. So this one was like the candy cane stripes. Okay, now back. Okay, don't get caught, don't get caught. And again. I still find it hilarious that I was cross-stitching the other day and my Fitbit recognized it as a swimming workout. Not complaining, I'm just surprised. So I don't know what about my cross-stitching technique makes my Fitbit think I'm swimming. But hey, if it marks a workout, it marks a workout that I didn't even do. Which I won't be getting because it's charging right now. And that's why you can see my tan lines. I clearly wear my Fitbit quite a bit. I wear it all the time unless it's charging, really. Or unless I'm in the shower. I don't keep my Fitbit on while I'm in the shower. I know it's waterproof for a certain amount of distance, so you can swim with it on, and I have, but I haven't like gone down a far amount of distance. I like kind of just above, like just a little bit over the like I don't dive with it on or anything. It's just like I keep it very close to the surface, my Fitbit, when it's on and I'm swimming. So yeah, and just swimming in a pool, not like the ocean or anything like that. Alright, and the threads come away from it because I'm using a technique I learned for cross stitching, where you just do this, where you have this little bit off and here, which prolongs the need to replace the thread and everything. Now, the first time I saw this, I'm like, how is that supposed to work? It's not like, there's no knot. There's like, how does it work? But no, you just have to make sure you hold on to the thread or it's gonna fall out. But yeah. Sorry, it's dry here, so you should probably take a drink. Yes, I drink kombucha now. I am trying to eat healthier, and that's one of those healthier drinks that actually tastes good, you know? So, that is why. Alright. Thankfully, I'm not getting graded for my sewing technique because it is not great. And it's too late right now to pull out the sewing machine to do this quickly through that because everyone else in the household right now, that the time I often record videos in the evening so I don't get interrupted by family members, you know. So when I record, oftentimes I'm the only one in the household awake because I'm a night owl and everyone else works. So I'm trying to get YouTube to be my job, but don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. I do want to work with animals one day. I thought when I was a kid I wanted to be a veterinarian because I love the idea of helping animals. But as an adult, I realized the unfortunate reality of being like a doctor or a surgeon or whatever is you can't save every single patient. And I don't think my mental health could take that being a veterinarian. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna need a plan B because I like working with animals, and knock on wood, animals typically like me. I don't know what it is. They do. So I was like, okay, maybe grooming because that allows me to do some art, you know, like dog grooming and stuff. But I don't know where I would go to get the courses. So I gotta figure that out. But that's a job I'm considering if YouTube doesn't work out, which it probably won't. Okay. And I'm back at my dad's house. My previous reaction videos, I was at my mom's house. So. And I have been sleeping on an air mattress in the living room this past few weeks because, one, I'm decluttering my room at my mom's house, and it's on the top floor. And we don't have air conditioning at my mom's house. We have like one portable little air conditioner, and none of us want to go through the effort of taking it upstairs because it connects to a spot in my mom's room where she puts her bed. So we don't ever put the air conditioning unit upstairs. So it gets hot because heat rises. So not only am I trying to declutter, and my bed right now is, oh, okay, we have a moth in here. Side note. Okay. Where are you? Anyway, my bed is not sleepable right now because it's full of stuff I'm trying to declutter. And it's cooler in the living room, so I've been, last week or so, I was sleeping on an air mattress, so you don't get the best sleep on air mattresses. Where are you? Disappeared. Dang it. Alright. I'm gonna go find that moth and release it. I lost the stupid thing, so I wasn't able to release it. So let's continue on here. Now, because some of these ended up being X's, I went back over and did a second layer here, so can't be too secure, you know? I don't want the stuffing falling out, so Now originally I got this fabric because I was going to make more like coffee cozies. So this one is not going to be multiple coffee cozies. So it's going to be a pillow. It'll be easier to... Okay, I'm going to go back over it now again. Because I don't want to have a random knot in the middle of the seam. I'd rather have it over on the corner here. Moth, if I see you again, I will release you. I'd like to say my cat would, you know, get it for us, but no, she'll just watch it, maybe tap it and make it so that it can't fly, and then run away, or do the tap tap and run away, tap tap, run away, and, you know, don't want a moth in the house. Okay? So when I find it, I will, let's just say, release it. I don't know who let that in. But now if it gets into my room, I'm going to be annoyed. I mean, I don't know if moths can fly underneath the doorways. I usually close my door at night. Because I have my, I have these guys charging. So this is my Switch charger for the Switch 1. And it's, the lights that show that it's fully charged is a great night light if I have to go to the washroom and I need some light to see. But I'm still, like, you know, foggy-eyed because half asleep. But it's just enough, like, light to see. However, if I leave my door open, I can see the light, and it can be hard to fall asleep. So I usually leave my door closed. The only times I leave it open is if it's rainy, and I know my cat, because she's a scaredy cat, so she likes to hang out in the basement while it's rainy, because you can't hear storms down here for some reason. Like, unless they're really, really loud. With all the windows closed, you can't hear the storms in the basement. So that's where my cat likes to go. She likes to come in and I think hide either under my bed or on my bed when it's stormy out. So if I know it is and she's downstairs, then I'll leave my door open so that she can come into my room if she feels scared, you know? So, but usually I sleep with my room door closed. That's a universal sign that don't disturb me, I'm asleep. You know, kind of thing. So. Alright, almost done going back over it. Hope white thread was the right option. I think it was. It's better than if I used a darker tone, because this is a very light fabric we're working with here. Now, I gotta of course, it's time to tie the knot at the end, and I lose the needle. Well, not really losing it. I still have it here. It's just thread decided to part ways with the needle. So we'll get one more loop, and then I think I'll be good to knot it up. Alright, and then one more, so that's going to be sort of like a triple knot, I believe. So I'm doing that one where you tie a few things around a loop, and then pull it down. Alright. Okay, and this is, I might need to do a little extra here. So this is what I've done so far. Let's not make any ADHD jokes about the butterfly, you know, with the moth. Like, how can you not get distracted by that? Like, moth in the house flies by you. Let's not make any ADHD jokes on that. Because the ADHD squirrel jokes bug me. They are honestly, and I don't think I get offended by much, but I think they're the ADHD squirrel jokes, like squirrel, ADHD, ooh, squirrel. Those ones bug me because to the untrained person who doesn't know anything about ADHD, it makes it look like people with ADHD have a 3-second attention span, which is far from true. And I feel like those jokes kind of make it sound that way. I know it's just a joke and everything, and most things I'm fine with, but that one is like, it makes people think that those with ADHD have a 3-second attention span, in my opinion, and that's why I hate those squirrel ADHD jokes. So that's just, it's a personal thing, you know. Being a person with ADHD and knowing a few people with ADHD, I know that we can hyperfixate on things, so it seems wrong. Anyway, so those jokes just bug me, so just refrain from them when you're around me or in the comments and stuff. But I know I literally got distracted by a moth, but let's not make any jokes, ADHD related jokes about distraction, you know, in the comments, please. That's all I ask. Alright, so we have tied up the holes so multiple times, so we shouldn't have any issues with stuffing coming out. Let's put back in the box, and I'm currently still sewing up. I have one more panel left, and then I can sew it all up together. So I have Ladybug's panel left on this one, so very excited to finish that off. Come on. I don't want to lose the needle, so I'm just... No. Okay, that's not wanting to... Sticking in the knot. Like... Oh, come on. There, okay. I'm gonna put it through some thread that's thicker. Just so that I keep track of it, you know, for everyone's sake. So I've put my needle in through the thread on the side here so that I don't lose it, because that's one of my good, like, embroidery, I think it's considered an embroidery needle. It's like cross-stitching needle, you know. I can't use the plastic ones. I wear those down and then they break. So I invested in some of the middle version of that, of the embroidery needles that you would get in a cross-stitching kit, you know? Because there's a lot of plastic ones, but those wear down thin and don't end up working in the end. Okay, here's this big enough that the Ziploc doesn't want to zip anymore. Okay, oh well. You're going to be difficult then. Alright, so that is it. So I've sewn up this side and this side, and this is what the end result looks like. Oops. Oh, okay. I just, the wheel of my chair hit a stool that I use for putting the sewing machine's foot pedal on. So anyway, that is it. This is the final result. There. And there. And there. So now it'll end up being a pillow I can put, or my mom. This is a gift from my mom. So it's gonna go, it's a back pillow for like the couch, because she's been jealous that I've, you know, made ones for other people, and so now I've made one for her birthday. So yay. All right, I think she'll like it. So yeah, she liked, I made a pillowcase for my reading pillow, one with a pink like backdrop and everything, and she really liked it. She wanted a pillow in that pattern, but I only had one of that pattern and I used it all for the pillowcase. So this is what she gets for her pillow. Think that she'll like it, so I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it was kind of chill, it may have been boring to some people, but I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to comment, like, subscribe, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Thank you for watching.